On this day in music history, July 3rd. Music history is a chain of stories that echo through time. On July 3rd, chart toppers broke free, legends faced dramatic turns, and voices were born that would later change everything. Let's stroll through the moments that still hum in our ears today. Bobby Darin's Dream Lover soars. In 1959, Bobby Darin was a fresh-faced 23-year-old who turned daydreams into song. On July 3rd of that year, Dream Lover captured British hearts and climbed to number 1 on the UK singles chart, holding tight for 4 straight weeks. You can almost see teenagers crowding around jukeboxes, coins clinking as Darin's velvet voice and that gentle drum shuffle swept them into his world of sweet escape. The Four Tops' sweet return. On July 3, 1965, Motown's finest, Levi Stubbs, Abdul Duke Fakir, Ronaldo Obi Benson, and Lawrence Payton reclaimed the US #1 spot with I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. That soulful call and response groove landed in living rooms like a warm embrace. Families tapped their feet to Stubbs's impassioned vocals, and Motown's heartbeat played on repeat, proof that great music feels like coming home. Brian Jones's final days. In June 1969, the Rolling Stones made the hard call to part ways with their founder. Brian Jones was dismissed on the 8th after months of studio no-shows and strained relations. Less than a month later, on July 3rd at Cochford Farm in Sussex, Jones, just 27, drowned in his own swimming pool. His inventive guitar and multi-instrumental flair had fueled early Stones hits like Satisfaction and Paint It Black, making both his sudden exit and untimely passing a shocking double blow to rock's most restless band. Jim Morrison's tragic passing. Paris stood still on July 3, 1971, when Jim Morrison, The Doors' Restless frontman, was found dead in his bathtub at age 27. He'd hurled himself into rock's stormy seas, growling verses of desire and doom, and left behind lyrics that still feel like prophecy. His sudden farewell underscored the perilous edge where creativity and fame collide. Ziggy Stardust's last bow. In 1973, at London's Hammersmith Odeon, fans packed the house, expecting one more Ziggy Stardust spectacle. Instead, during the third song, David Bowie paused and announced he was retiring his alien alter ego then and there. That July 3rd moment wasn't a full stop, but a thrilling pivot, proof that reinvention is the truest form of art. July 3rd also introduced voices and visionaries who'd shaped music for decades. Fontella Bass, 1940. Her gospel-soaked wail on Rescue Me became an anthem of survival. Judith Durham, 1943. The Seekers' clear-toned songbird whose warmth carried folk pop around the globe. Paul Barrere, 1948. Little Feat's guitarist who wove rock grit, blues soul, and funk flair into one irresistible tapestry. Vince Clarke, 1960. Synth-pop architect whose melodies powered Depeche Mode, Yazoo, and Erasure. Music on July 3rd spans chart toppers, creative crossroads, and heartfelt goodbyes. Each moment nudges the next, reminding us that every lyric and chord can shape the soundtrack of our lives. Which story or song speaks to you today?